What's up, guys? It's me, your boy, Sunny. Back again with another week of the 100 Days of Comics Challenge. This is week 13. So this week I just worked on a side project I'm working on, and a short comic from last week. I'm screen toning it this week, or at least trying to, and I've discovered that screen toning is very hard. So the comic I'm working on right now is about, I think I talked about it last week, how it's about like the evidence as to why I'm a snail, and that's what I've been working on all this week, as well as that death comic with the screen tones. Yeah. I've discovered that screen tones are surprisingly difficult. I actually remember trying to fiddle with them when I first got it like 3 years ago, when they were actually sticky, and it was still pretty hard. I don't know if it's the most reliable brand. It's called J-Tones. But I also know Deleter, which is a pretty big brand for like manga or whatever. Like manga tools, like ink and stuff. I have Deleter ink. They also have screen tones, but I know those are pretty expensive. And to order screen tones, in general, it's pretty expensive. I got them when I was in Japan, the ones I have, but that was in like 2014, so like 4 years ago now, actually. So that's that. They're very not sticky, because probably from age, so they're basically peeling off their backing. But I made them stick. I might have to reglue them or whatever, because I'm not wasting like, probably like $20 worth of screen tones that I have. How many sheets do I have? Hold on. I have like 5 sheets of screen tones, so that's like no, sorry, 4? Yeah, that's 4 screen tones. And I remember they were like $3 when I bought them. $3, $4, $5. So I don't know, because I know import tax is like killer, so there's also that, because what's it called, what was I saying, like on Amazon they're like $9 for one screen tone, which is bad, and I wouldn't buy screen tones just for that reason. But like, since I'm not using them, I don't want to be throwing them away, especially if they're that expensive on their own. I'd rather not be wasting them, even though they're not sticky. I'd rather just have to glue them, you know. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. Yeah, and then the snail comic. I think I want to, because the snail comic is to sell at Comic Arts LA, which I'm hoping I want to get into, but I don't think I will. But yeah, I have to try. But I might try to do a thing at my school as well, where it's called like Winter Market, and you could like sell things. I would compare it to the Artist Alley at like a convention or whatever, where each artist could have like their own booth and like sell whatever, you know. Yeah, similar to that. So that's what I'm hoping I could do this year. I'm also working on getting business cards, like actual business cards, and running my website again, because I have a URL, and Squarespace is super expensive, so I'm going to see if I could look into another hosting service to host my website differently, and then I could just, it's this whole thing. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. So I don't have a topic, because I think by the end of this challenge I just like started to give up on everything, so I'm sorry about that, but I've just it's just very much, I'm working on a lot of outside projects, and so I don't have a lot of time to be working on this thing, because, well, I mean, there's certain things I like about this challenge. Like, it kind of forces you to work, but it doesn't, I don't know, I feel like if I'm really working on, I feel like it only works if you're working on a series. No. Okay. I feel like it works if you plan on making little comics every day and you want to make a lot of those. 100 Days of Comics is perfect for that. But if you're working on a series and you're already a motivated person who knows how to work on it, set aside time to work on it anyways, then yeah, go for it. Or like just start, or maybe you could make a habit out of like posting your comic progress every day. Maybe that would be great for this, but like someone like me who has school and like doesn't make comics for a living yet, I don't know if it's a great idea. Although I did enjoy the expectation of having to set aside time and having a very structured schedule to keep was really great for me, and I really liked that aspect of it. Like, okay, this is from like 7 to 8, I'm gonna be doing homework, but from 9 to 10, I'm gonna be working on the comic challenge. 30 minutes of recording, and then edit, and then go to bed. And that's what I've been doing for the rest of the half of the, the challenge. And I think this is one of the first challenges I'm gonna be able to complete the whole 100 days consecutively. Yes, consecutively, I guess. I didn't really take any breaks in between. The only breaks I took was like, when I didn't want to make commentary for the videos, which isn't a big deal. Like, I worked on my stuff basically every day, which was a big accomplishment for me. Especially with school, because I'm a junior. So yeah. I think a structured schedule works on me best because I tend to be someone who procrastinates and stuff. So it's not like something like this forces me to, I guess, like, okay, from this time to this time you have to be doing this, and that's the way it is, because I feel like the video at the end of the week kind of pushed me to be like, okay, I need footage for this video, so I have to do this. And like the camera was the thing that gave me pressure. It wasn't like the people around me who were, or like the people watching my videos, or like following me on the challenge, that was giving me as much pressure as the fact that I had to record every day. And while I do appreciate people who are watching me do this challenge, and like who have talked to me throughout this challenge, and like just the people around me that have known about me doing this challenge, I really appreciate it. But I feel like the thing that gave me the pressure the most was the aspect that I had to record every day for at least 30 minutes or so for this challenge, and that's what I think pushed me further, and that's how I got to be able to get up to 88, 89 days of comics, and soon to be 100. So I think I'm very excited for how much progress and like I've made in like my productivity, and I think it'll still carry on when I finish the challenge. I just feel like I want to finish off the challenge so then I could focus on other things and not worry about like making sure everything I'm working on is a comic, because I have a lot of other projects that aren't strictly comics, or like and I have a lot of projects that I'd like to be working on and not have to worry about doing the comic challenge. But it's definitely been a huge ride, and I'm really glad I impulse started this challenge at the beginning of the year. I guess I learned a lot. I mean, there's not really a lot to learn. But I think I just learned a lot about productivity and what my productivity depended on, and I think that's something you need to take into account if you know you're someone who cannot work at all without some kind of schedule, or like if you're someone who can't focus, because that's how I am. If you set a schedule for yourself, like, okay, from 7 to 8 I'm working on this, from 8 to 8:30 I'm working on this, and that's how I've always been. And that might be very nitpicky and like stuff like that. It's not really the greatest thing to do, but it keeps everything together, and that's how I get things done, or try to get things done. So yeah, I guess that was my topic for today, just the work flow or whatever. And so I might not make next week's video, I might try to finish it off by the end of the challenge. So thank you for following this challenge. Thank you for following me. Make sure you have a great day. Bye.